for a second. I have written some stuff down for things that I intended to try to do once I got back to the United States. It's something I've been meaning to do for a while. Um, but I didn't know that I would get any help. So first, let's say what's up, Greg Mahone, Daniel Porter, and Carlos Bolton. All right, what's up to you fellas out there? All right, let me spread the news real quick that this is starting now. All right, I had to run out and get me something to eat. So that's what I did. Let's see. So let me let people know that I'm up in here real quick. All right. So let me just real quick get this word out here. Oh, geez. Yeah, I know where I'm going to eat. All right. So okay. All right. All right. Just got a couple messages from Selma. Our meeting for tomorrow is canceled. It was the secretary of something. She has little time. She didn't have enough time for the meeting, so we will have to do it later. All right. So Mina probably could set that up for me to do in the U.S., but I don't know. I don't know much else about the woman. So, man, I was looking forward to that too. And it is a woman. Hold it. Let me ask real quick. Was this a woman and is she from the United States, living in the United States? Period. If she is, we could probably set something up for me to meet with her in the United States. All right, let me fix this. What's the woman? Okay, I'm gonna send this to Selma. All right. So, all right, let me get the rest of my notices out. Man, a brother is burning up. I have to walk a country mile for food. You know what I mean? But when you get the food, you get good food. I'm here to say that. So I wanted to start this. I was trying to get this on time. I had a setback with my internet going down for a little bit. It's all good now. Man, I was so looking forward to that. That would have been a big boost for the NGO. Now, Samina said it was a she. All right. So that might be some good news. Hold on. I have another idea. Selma, you could have the woman email me the woman email me, and maybe I could set up a meeting with her in the United States and plead your case. I should put this in Portuguese. All right. Sorry. Let me write this in Portuguese. All right. Hold on for a second, y'all. I'm gonna write this in Portuguese. Dang, I gotta find out where she wrote me from. Okay, got it. Okay, now let me. All right, hold on for a second, people. Okay, so let's see if Selma answers to that. America, we set things up with people and we renege on the. I mean, I don't know. It seems like in America, we never have time to keep a word that we gave to others. especially for such worthy causes. Um, Hopefully, I'll find out the name of this woman, and I could talk to her on behalf of Selma and them. All right. So now that I got the word out, hold up, one more place. Now that I got the word out, hey, what I really meant to hit. Y'all, I'm just really trying to do a whole bunch of things at one time. Any little thing can set you back here big time. Hey, what's up, Lay Pop? All right, so let me. So I just put the word out real quick. Hold on, let me do it one other way. I'm sending it out to the brothers that I got on my thing too. All right. Y'all, this is some work here. Get down to my notes, and we could talk for a second too, because since Mimi has to work and I need the internet. The internet is still down for today at the ONG. So I'm going to try to get done what I can get done um, from here. All right, so that should do it about now. Hey, what's up, USMC vet and mental OG? Hold on, let me go grab something to drink real quick. Take off my brace. Let me shout out, get at some of the other fellas that's up in here. Ah, yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bob. All right, one moment. All right, let's get this party started right. Let's get this party started. Hey, what's up, Jay Wiz? All right, with David Bowman. Got you, USMC vet. Daniel Porter, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right, put one more thing up too while I'm at. Man, y'all just don't know. A brother is straight up tired. A brother is straight up tired. After this, y'all need to see another video I'm putting up. I don't know if y'all want to laugh. It's going to be a yep. That what we've been saying. Uh, more craziness from the BAW, and it is just we just got to deal with. It's just it just is what it is. I knew I forgot to do something. It just is what it is. Delete that. I've been in such a rush to try to go out and grab something to eat that I got stuff in my video I just really didn't want in there, but it's up now. And it's one of the reasons I can't wait to get home to do this that I do. Because here it's like pulling teeth. All right, so let me see. I got all kind of messages coming in that I'm not going to answer. Hold on for a second, y'all. My phone keeps going off. I can't find my phone. Hold on for a minute. Oh, there it is. Hold on for a second. All right, let me see something. Okay, I don't even know how to do this thing. But anyway, so now let me grab my notes. This is something I came up with. And judging by some of the dudes that I've been running across, I kind of understand that all the people running around saying they brothers aren't really brothers. All right, because they'll talk a bunch of crap, but they ain't going to lift a hand to do a dang thing to just help out what we see to be wrong. And so this was my idea I came up. All right. When we were over and having the discussions, all right, when we were having the discussions, especially with the brothers that's in here now, when Dwight came to visit his people, we stopped and we kind of had a discussion on this end. What are we to do as a people when everything else is against us to include other so-called brothers, all right, that the black men are against the brothers as much as the women are. All right. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to keep their heads buried in the sand, and you cannot look forward to them doing anything. Um, Holy crap. I did not see that. Man. Wow. Better hold on to my gold. Yeah. I keep telling people are sick and tired of the mess that the US is doing. People are sick and tired of England. This whole Queen BS. All this cutthroat, you can't trust anything they do. They're looking at Africa and how the Caucasians in Africa are upset because people want their land back, and they want people that they stole the land from to pay them for their land back. How ridiculous. All right, hold on for a second. Sorry, y'all, but I had to grab me a couple of bites. All right, so let's get into this. One, I'm putting this out here for all of us that are that own our own businesses that might have an hour or two, um, especially for the retired brothers, right? And what I'm putting out there is that we need to start training our own up in the way that they should go. And by our own, I wrote this down, And I'm saying that brothers need to start looking out for other brothers. We have to be our brothers' keepers if we can be our brothers' keepers. And how I propose we do that is we help build a legacy by training or homeschooling our children, the children that are being raised with a man head of household. So this means that any household led by a brother, and by homeschool, like why say the brother and his wife is working, right? We get a couple of brothers, especially the ones with sons, all right, to set up a center where brothers in the community can meet up. And we have our own schools where we teach and train the children in math, science, and everything, but most importantly, history. Because we all know how jacked up our knowledge of history is in our community. The only history we know is his story, the Anglos, and they lying to their own people. Their storytelling is such a lie and is being proven almost on a daily basis to be a crock of bull that you can't trust it at all. All right, but they want us to, but you can't trust it at all. So what I am proposing, and the reason I wanted to talk to y'all, is that I put time into coming down here to try to do this. I put the same time in the community. If there was other brothers, right? Hey, what's up, Mr. Pirate Brains? If there was other brothers that had the time, I bet you the enclave idea, we can gather together and start homeschooling the children. All right. And we're not homeschooling them to be pawns. All right. If they want to play sports and everything. And here's the problem. I don't know why people that are good enough to play, well, I know exactly why in college, people that are good enough to play sports in the professional ranks are not allowed to leave school. They have to do at least 1 year. Why? So that the college can make money off of them. And in order to go into professional sports, they're trying to make it so those guys would have to go through college or some kind of combine that is led by the professional sports team, like what LeBron James did. That's why he had to go overseas. All right, because they could pick you from overseas. They just can't take you out of a college. All right, and LeVar Ball, he has something here. If we can get together and make our own leagues where the brothers are paid enough to live comfortably, not be rich so that they could be sold down the river by the Anglos, but enough to live comfortably and raise a family. And keep in mind, we stay within the commandments. All right. And so basically, like Mental G says, they are closing a lot of schools. Well, we don't need them. Now, here's the key. This is only brothers led for brothers. because the brothers are the only one that seems to give a damn about the entire community. Now, when I say brothers led, that means if a man has a wife and children, we do this like biblically. All right. And let me get to that in a minute and show you what I'm talking about. One time when I was looking at Passover to see how and when it really should be done, my eyes was open to something, and that it stuck with me. Hold on. All right. All right, here we go. All right, hold on. We want to get to the Passover. I'm looking through Exodus, y'all. And we're going to go to Numbers. Okay, let's go to Exodus 12. Okay, here we go. This month, uh, unto the beginning of months, the first month of the year, that's been not Nisan, unto the congregation, saying the 10th day is the month that's your. Okay, here we go. All right, here's the thing. All right, pay attention to this. Close that out. Pay attention to this. And this is what I was thinking and kind of where I got the idea from. Ooh, on the spot. Exodus 21 and in Numbers, right? Speak ye to all the congregations of Israel, saying, the 10th day of the month, they shall take to them every man according to the house of their fathers. Whoop, there it is. We don't deal with women. Because if you deal with the man and his house, then you're dealing with the women and the children. You see how that works? For some reason, the Most High always knew to go through the man. Because if you want the community to do something, the women will think of themselves only. not them and their children. All right, the children is a means to get something from something, even if it is a means to destroy a man. All right, but it says, unto the congregation, according to the house of their fathers. Every man take a lamb according to the house of their fathers. Y'all see what I'm talking about? So we have to have that same mentality. We have to have the mentality that no, we've been doing it the wrong way. We've been doing everything the wrong way. We've been trying to include the woman in what we do when we're supposed to be doing what we do without the woman included. She's included after we set stuff up. Y'all understand? Oh, let me do this. Let me do it like this. Here's the next part. Oops. The Most High has always been doing things just through the man. Because if you do things through the man, there is going to get body. All right, he never had a woman, and they try to put that in the Bible. Oh, he had this one woman, and even if he had the one, it was just the one and the one only to prove a point. And he didn't speak to and through her. He didn't have no prophetess. All right, it was everything was each man to his own house. All right. Now, here's the other thing. In Numbers, you kind of have the same thing. The each man to his house and the father's house. Each man take for land according to the house of his fathers. So let's look at that again. All right, let's see. All right. And the man from every tribe should be with you, each one the head of his father's house. Numbers 1 and 4. So y'all know I ain't lying about this. All right, that's Numbers 1 and 4. Numbers 1 and 44. Again, father's house. Oops. Y'all kind of get what I'm saying? 1 and 2. Numbers 1 and 2. Let's look at that. You might mean 2 and 2. His own banner, Father's house. See, this is what this government understood, that fathers are very, very important when you are dealing with the Most High's people. Fathers are extremely important. Here's the problem. Fathers are important to the government because they know who to eliminate to keep the family weak. The fathers are important to sons and daughters. The only person that fathers are not important to is the BAW. All right. And so this is the point. All right. And this is where my belief came from, that we've been doing it all wrong. That we are not to include any woman in anything that we build. She is already included if we do it the right way. In other words, this idea I have, because I know that the single BAW belongs to the system, right? And she will continue to belong there and destroy everything because she feels that's her purpose. Then we don't take any children from out of her house to homeschool. We let her and the system deal with that. Why? Because she's in charge of those children. And like what happened in my house, that so long as the BAW have an ear, anything they don't like, they will destroy, they will confuse it within their children. If you're teaching them the true history, and it don't include true history, when you're talking about building, does not, and you're talking about the people that created things, not people that are maintaining things. All these women scientists, they are doing things off of the backs of the people that came before them that had nothing. All right. So when you talk about that, right, these women don't want you to teach about the legacy of men. So we don't deal with them at all, or their children. Now, the wives, we deal with the wives. The widows, we deal with the widows. And the homeless child, we deal with them. And these are going to be teenagers. There are 4 groups of people we are supposed to deal with. All right. The widow, the fatherless child. All right. And believe me, if the child is with the BAW and she's getting assistance, he has a father. It's the government. The BAW has nothing but hatred towards the righteous men. All right. And we know this. We know that they have extreme hatred for us. I have a video that going up, and y'all saw part of it before, where there was, a nice looking BAW that had as a man that she's doing cooking and cleaning for, give him all the love he needs. He has no thighs. Point is, he's a Caucasian man. Hey, what's up, King Groove? He's a Caucasian man. Don't worry, there'll be a reminder coming up. But then you have a lot of these women in Africa and stuff, they'll get and marry any type of Caucasian man and turn around. I got one for you behind coming up. They will turn around, right? They will be nice to that man and everything. And the man that could build a legacy for them and their offspring, they will sow nothing but hate on that dude after trying to use him. And that's all we got to look forward to. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of sick and tired of that. One moment. No, I didn't want that to happen. So, let me see. I ain't trying to screw nothing up, y'all. I'm just trying to do some things so I can see everything in my ghetto voice. All right, so that's basically where we are. All right, so I started to figure things out. We've been doing a lot of things the wrong way. We've been having simps tell us who we could lay pipe in. They trying to somebody start calling them the D police. And so, and they felt it was their job to police us when they, behind closed doors, are doing what we doing openly. They up there talking about, oh man, you can only talk to the melanated woman because she's our queen. All right, the last I checked, don't no woman rule over me. All right, and so this is the thing. We stay away from single mothers for this reason. Many of them only wanted to put us on child support, and they have some dude on child support. We take care of the widows, like what scripture says. The single mothers should not be even on our radar because the Most High do not honor them. Oh yeah, oh yeah. See, here's the thing. The in Africa, you got what's going on in South Africa, right? And remember, a lot of women were laying with them because the men couldn't. The Caucasian women, they were not going to lay with an African man, but the African women were quick to lay with the Caucasian men. The man that they watched kill one of their children a day prior, that they watched unjustly put right living men in jail. But they had no problem with it. Same thing with the American woman. You got a lot of American Black women that will justify marrying and being with a racist guy that at one time has done harm to the Afro man and or child and or another woman. And people get it twisted. Just because a racist guy get with a BAW, that don't mean he respects people or Afro-Indigenous people. How you know that? Because the racist guys have been sleeping with the BAW since slavery. There's nothing new in that. All right. And I don't have a problem with it because I can't hate the racist dude because it ain't like they putting a gun up to their head. The women are doing that. They're selling out on their own. And I know in the heart of these Anglo guys, they're thinking, we're making those group of men look bad. No, they're not. Why would we want to fight for someone that's selling us out? All right. But we do need to fight for these children. And we need to fight for these children to learn their legacy. We sitting up there last night and we're talking about all this history that these children do not learn. Now, the other part of my plan is when children get old enough to be independent of the single BAW, then we could try to teach them something within this homeschooling thing. So the homeschooling thing is going to be for children that need a curriculum, and it's going to replace the school. One, it kills a couple of birds with one stone. They'll be safe. You don't have to worry about them being shot accidentally by some crazy boy because he's been picked with the whole time he's been at school. No, we need to do this in the United States. It's like I told Samina. Why would I do everything in Brazil when I'm trying to fight the problem in the United States too? Okay, look like I'm back, y'all. Hey, am I back, y'all? All right, I'm back. Yeah, that's my internet acting a fool. All right. So this is my thing. This is the plan. All right, so this is the plan. And if we could get enough brothers to get with this, and that's going to, therein lies the problem. We're a bit spread out, but we got enough brothers in Georgia to kind of start this thing. I don't know who in here is from California. We got a few brothers in Texas, right? The key to this is to find out how many brothers that are in need of this, and we need to start teaching our history at an early age. All right, they got a lot of homeschool programs that gets them up to speed with curriculum, and we put in our own. All right, so what it is we'll put in our own history. They will learn arithmetic and complex math. They will learn to do stuff in their head again. We will teach them to use their brains. And see, that's saying something right now, is because in most schools, they use calculators and stuff like that. They don't train children with numbers anymore. They train them with shapes. All right. See, Georgia would be the start off point, and we can see how that goes there. But we would need to get together as a group and see who has the need. And so this would be husband and wife teams, with the husband giving the okay. The widows. And what makes a widow is her children aren't on child support because she's a widow. Not somebody that screwed a bunch of dudes to get paid off of the children, but she's a widow. We take care of them. All right. The fatherless child, the ones that's just thrown away when they hit 18, we need to swipe them up and bring them up to speed on self. And because most of them guys that's coming out of the single black woman family cannot even join the army because they can't pass the ABS-VAP. They need to go to school after they go to school. Y'all understand what I'm saying? These are dudes that need to go to school after they go to school. How do you, in the world, do you fix somebody not being able to pass the ASVAB? And what I mean is there are people that pass it, they don't do well, but they pass it. We're talking about, we got a generation of boys, not the girls. Because the women made sure them girls went to school, got their little education, and if push came to shove, they could at least get into the army. Period. The army is no longer a vehicle. Understand this. The army is no longer a vehicle for if you are a Afro-Indigenous male. Why? Because the mom didn't push your education. She wanted you to be out there in the street. and you was out there in the street, all right, until you were of no more use. All right, until you were of no more use. And then it was over. All right, so this is where we are, people. This is the legacy. This is where we are. All right, let's see something real quick. All right, so I'm just making sure that my internet's just, man, it's bad today. I don't know why. Okay, that popped up kind of better. My internet was trying to let me down, y'all. So that's what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the internet here. Hey, what's up, Torrance Johnson? All right, and so let me give you the background, Torrance Johnson, because I don't know. Okay, look like you just got in here. All right, so basically, when I'm thinking that we as brothers need to get together and start a homeschool project where we help men only that are raising children. All right, and what we mean by men only is you could be a husband or you can be a single father, but we're not cutting for the BAW that belongs to the state. All right, we're talking about the children of widows, the four groups in scripture. The children of widows, that's women that lost their husband, not divorced, but lost their husband. Because if she got the children, then we don't need to help her. The government is helping her. All right. And this should be free. Because I'm thinking I get enough donations that, like, when I was really earning something, I was trying to help people with homeschooling, but it didn't take off because nobody wanted materials. Or nobody wanted to homeschool. So I wanted to pass out materials for homeschooling, but the brothers weren't on board with that. All right. But what I'm saying is, when we were talking about the Tuskegee Airmen and that the video I did about that, the live show, and the Hellfighters and stuff like that, I'm saying, brothers, our experiences, our personal experiences in the military, we can actually talk about history because we were a part of it. Take, for instance, the first Iraq War. And take, for instance, the World Trade Center. We lived it. Some of us actually paid attention to the news as it happened and understand who was involved. It was really Saudi Arabia. But we went after Iraq and Afghanistan. Afghanistan, I think, was a smokescreen to go after Iraq. The Gulf War. I was in the military at that time. We were being called up. I was like, dang, just got in the Army good. We already going to war. Only this was a real war. And you never know how you're going to act when you join the army. Like this Iraq stuff, it's not a real war. People feel really, people that go to Iraq feel relatively safe from enemy fire. Understand this. More people died in Iraq due to us and suicide. More people committed suicide than enemy that's killed us. Bet y'all didn't know that. More people died of fratricide. That's us killing each other by accident and sometimes on purpose than the enemy. Bet y'all didn't know that. See, this is the true history of the army. All right, we could teach this. Not only that, we could teach teach the children to read the commandments at an early age so that as they start living them, they can remember them because they lived them. Stop all this religious stuff. Get back to the commandments. And that'll be part of the school curriculum. Only it won't be school. It's us helping to train our future, not the Caucasian future. I can't see them having. They're doing so much evil. I can't see them having much of a future left. Period. I can't see them having a future left in Africa. And if those 20% people decide to declare war on the 79% people, you're only 20%, 21%, and you declare war on the 79% because of land you stole from the 79%. Well, yeah, but see, here's the point. Torrance Johnson, your statement proves the problem in that you started at home to learning the 10 commandments. There aren't 10 commandments. There are over 700 commandment statutes and judgments. So when you say the 10 commandments, you exclude the commandments in Leviticus where it says that a man shall not lay with a man as he lay with a woman, for it is an abomination, and he should be put to death, and his blood be upon him. See, that's a commandment too, along with thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. You see, but that's what we're taught. We refer to, even when we know that there are over 10 commandments, we still refer to the whole 700 group as the 10 commandments. No, but you're making the point. Even me, I know I teach that there are over 700 commandments. And so when I'm talking with somebody and I'll be like the 10 commandments, and I have to catch my own self because we've been so trained to call them the 10 commandments that even when we have knowledge that there are more than 10, no, the 10 commandments weren't even just the start. All right. The Most High that night did not stop giving them commandments. He was speaking from a cloud, then he spoke through Moses, but that went on the rest of the night. They saw thunder, lightning, and clouds. They weren't a start. He was like this, that, and the other, and he didn't stop giving the commandments. They were there all night receiving the commandments from the Most High. And I know the Most High, it takes him longer than all night to do. I mean, he could do 10 in like 10 minutes. All right, y'all, that's the 10th one. Y'all good? All right. And so, and that's the thing. We haven't, we read it,
but we have not really contemplated what really happened that night. So this was my idea that when I get back, I want to start meeting with the brothers, that we get together as brothers and we're going to be helpers one to another. And I might even have to start a Facebook page or a Facebook, what do you call it? A group. Um, I need to come up with a group name and start a Facebook group of all the subscribers. All right. And and that Facebook group will be about this. Hey, what's up, young boy? 24. The Facebook group will be about what we're talking about right now. All right, and so that's how we're going to do it. In the Facebook group, though, it is going to consist of the brothers that are subscribers. And it is going to only be open to the brothers that are subscriber to this channel and the four sisters that we know that come on here. That be Mecca Dawn, Woman of the Past, Nigel Folks, and Bertha Huff. Yes, and we always live by the commandments. All when the most, I'm gonna hold on. Let me explain something to you, and this is just my thoughts, and y'all can add to this. As a matter of fact, if y'all want to add to this in the control room, I'll send the link to your email. So y'all let me know. All right. This is my thought. That the normal Hebrews that got to Mitzrayim through Joseph and because they intermix on a regular basis. Hey, what's up, Sean Williams? All right. They didn't need the commandments. The commandments were in their heart already. The reason why the commandments left the hearts of the Hebrews that were in Egypt was, one, the pharaohs had forgotten the Most High and the people that allowed them to survive. Egypt survived because of the Hebrews. You know, the good, and Egypt actually became rich because of Joseph. Now, in that time and over time, the Hebrews had forgotten who they were for mixing in with the Egyptians or the Mitzrayims so much, or Kamekians so much. They were mixed in so bad that you could not tell an Egyptian from a Hebrew at some point. So basically, what happened is, when now there was certain ways they kept certain customs, and the Sabbath being one of them. All right. And so there was a way to know. And remember that the Israelites that were in Egypt, which scripturally is known as Mitzrayim, they had servants and cows and gold. remember, each time that Pharaoh said you could leave, he said you can leave without your gold. You can leave without your cows, your livestock. No, they wanted to leave with what they own. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. But Nabi, I thought they were slaves. All right, let me make this point. The Afro-Indigenous people were put under chattel slavery in these United States. What's up, Sean Williams? They were put under chattel slavery. Chattel slavery means that the Caucasian treated them, they treated the animals better. They treated the animals better. The people that were enslaved did not own crap. People that were enslaved throughout history did not own crap. What happened to the people, and the way I look at it is they were second-class citizens as the Hispanics are in the United States. All right. They had an important function because of their strength, and the Pharaoh did not want them to go. He was looking at a brain drain, and the people that kept the northeast border safe. He did not want them to go because they were warriors also. All right, Sean Williams, is this that retired brothers? My idea was that we get together and we put together a way to develop a school or learning, like homeschooling, where we help other brothers who's raising children. All right, and we do it as a group thing. Like a couple of brothers, like 3 children to 2 brothers or something like that. And we only help children that are under the charge of a brother. So if you are a independent BAW that don't need no man and you're getting child support and government assistance, you will not qualify. We will not help you because this is voluntary. Meaning that from the donations we get, I will send supplies, right? That would be needed. And we will train the children upon the state that they're in. So they'll learn about the state's history from the Black point of view, from the Afro-Indigenous point of view. They'll watch discussions and they'll do reports on what we teach them. We will teach them the real history. They will read the Constitution. They will know what it really says and how, even with it, have anything to do with us. All right. It's something that Caucasians can argue, but when we argue, oh, shut up, go to jail anyway. All right. This kind of stuff. They will learn what it means to be an Afro-Indigenous male in this society. And if you are Afro-Indigenous female that loves the Afro-Indigenous male, the blowback that you're going to get from the BAW and her minions. All right. Now, because this is voluntary, choose who we want to volunteer to help in this homeschooling endeavor. But we pull those that are retired and have a little extra resources. We pull our resources to help train one group of people at a time in a homeschool type environment. And the first thing that they will be learning is the commandments. And then we get the homeschool curriculums and like software that they would need for the computers that they're already on playing video games. All right. And this is to assist men, especially if they have to work and stuff like that. But his brothers allowing a neutral place where the children can be trained up in the way that they should go and not be brainwashed by the system. They want to learn instruments and music. We got musically inclined people that can read music. Some people probably played in band. All right. They will teach the music. And since we got Hangouts and YouTube and stuff, we got a lot of things at our fingertips, a lot of resources to use this type of endeavor. Our own funding. That's right. As a group, our own funding. And because this will be done each man to his own house, like I pointed out before, we don't need a building or anything. We just need people in the area with the expertise and smarts in whatever endeavor. The child wants to learn auto mechanic. We want a well-rounded person that by the time they get to a point, a career or curriculum or a science or something like that, they will be ready. The reason why we're dealing with the men and men only, because scripture, each man to his own house. When you deal with the men wants to include. When you deal with women, they don't. And we have living proof at looking at the BAW, looking at their comments over the how they just was giddy that the man-hating director put that scene in there where the husband of the wife who would kill the husband for the government, he kneeled down to her and the women went crazy. That's why the black women love that movie so much. In Make Believe, they got a man to kneel down to a woman in the movie. Period. The movie was a good movie, which made it. Think about it. I told y'all before this movie came out. I said with Disney making it and they pulling out all the stops, people aren't going to see it. White people, but the people that are truly lost is our own, because we'll take any crumbs anybody send out to us and think we made it. Oh, we made it. We're forgetting all the history gone before. That all that we have history that has gone before, all the accomplishments, and none of the people know it. They think the Black Panther is Black history. They talking about Wakanda, all these sellouts on these radio shows and stuff like that. And you know who's forgotten in this? The actual Black Panther organization. Oh, and by the way, a guy proved that the Black Panther organizations was the black organization before Stan Lee came out with the Black Panthers, which means he probably got the name from the actual organization. It's just that they were in Mississippi. All right. And that's what I'm talking about, Lay Pop. We need to be self sufficient. We need to start doing things for ourselves and for our children. And they are only our children if we are the ones raising them and we are the ones with the say over them. Right. The movie had nothing to do with the real Black Panthers, and they wanted to make sure that you never have a thought about the real Black Panthers. The movie Black Panther supplants the legacy of the actual Black Panther real life people that came up with all the things that the Black women enjoy for free. And this is where we are, people. This is the legacy that is left. And in order to change that, we need to do this from our own house. Like scripture says, each man to his own house, to the house of his father. All right, since most of us don't know our fathers because of the trifling behavior of our mothers, but our people have been absorbed in this by their own choosing. Our people are choosing on purpose to forget the commandments and the legacy of all the brothers that sacrificed and went before them. We named a whole bunch of groups of Marines and dudes that stood up and spilled blood so that they weren't dying for the country. Understand this. When the guys went to World War I, World War II, they were dying for the right for us to be considered human beings in the eyes of Caucasian people in the United States. And that still hasn't happened as far as the government. All right. I mean, period. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. If you notice, I got a subscriber base that's still climbing, right? But understand this. Hey, what's up, Brandon Bear? Blair, I mean. Understand this. Um, that the brothers that did all this fighting was fighting for brothers. The brothers that were doing the fighting were fighting for brothers. All right, to give your life so that others can be considered human. The Black Panthers gave their lives trying to prevent police injustices. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. All that is now forgotten because we got a black movie. Hey, what's up, Nuso? 357. All that is forgotten because Disney gave us a movie. Disney gave us a movie. All right, and we know, hola Mimi, we know that a lot of other people were suspect. because Disney was the one that gave us the movies. All right. So now we have a problem that we need to fix. Hold on. I had the honor to know my father. He was raised with my mother. That's why I won't settle for this mess here in America. He showed me what a man raising a family was about, not messing with the BAW. All right. And so the stuff is crazy. The stuff is real crazy. And to be honest, we are not going to be able to do a lot about it unless we do stuff for ourselves, period. So this is my idea, that we in like enclaves as groups of people in areas, we know we could start off with, and I say the reason why I say retired people like lead in the forefront of this is because retired people are retired. All right. But brothers that in between jobs, they can help teach some stuff too. See, because we all can teach. We all can teach history. We all can teach life. All right. And so basically, when we're teaching history, we're teaching life. And so, like, say the brother is in between jobs and stuff, right? And he has a little bit of time. All right. He could teach a child what it was like for him growing up, what the state of America was like, what it felt like to be him growing up. We could teach them about what really happened in the military because we were there. We saw things. We knew people. All right, what war was all about. How we were proud of Colin Powell. And I'm still proud of that man. Having been there when he was in charge of us. I mean, the dude's plan was, man, and then you had a bunch of idiots that wouldn't listen to him. That shows you something. All right. And so this is basically it. We have a legacy that we can aspire to and teach the children about. All right. All we need is for dudes to agree to homeschool. And if they agree to homeschool, then we back them with personnel to help them homeschool. We back them with materials. Period. And that's how we do that. And we don't have to buy everything at once either. We could get to start young. And as they get older, they'll need the regular stuff. Here is the thing. The chemistry books can be the old books to the new books. Understand? Because organic chemistry is still going to be about the carbon chains. Y'all understand? Organic chemistry is going to still be about the carbon chains. So we can just get books that people are not using to teach chemistry. All the colleges do is change up one or two little words and resell the same book under a different thing each time. Oh, cause I'm gonna tell you why they replaced Colin Powell. Because when he found out he was being used, he didn't like that too much. All right. And they didn't replace him. When he said that made the speech about the yellow cake and he found out that it came from another source, he felt embarrassed by what they did to him. And so in the second term, he said he was done. He didn't want no more politics. He didn't want to run for anything. He was never a politician. I don't know how you listen to Rumsfeld, who never fought in anything, over the black guy that won you a war. Think about how stupid this was. The guy that actually served in the military was in charge of the army and whose ways to fight the country that you decided to fight. Hold on, wait a minute. This is how pitiful this is. Like Belichick, he's the one person that consistently beats the Steelers. So all of a sudden, you tell him, we don't want you to be the coach anymore. We're going to let this, I'm going to let my guy that's never played football before, that don't know anything about football, all of a sudden be the head coach. And then wonder why the army gets massacred, even though it's more powerful. Why we don't have a concise victory. That's what happened to Colin Powell. He saw that these people were full of bull. And he just couldn't take it anymore. All right, one moment. Let me grab something to. All right, so. Yeah, true, 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 true. I think I told y'all my opinion. I stopped buying jackets and everything because I understood that the NFL was just so fixed it was ridiculous. All right, and so that was my thing. All right, and so okay. Hold on for a second. All right. So this is where we are. All right. So let's see. Yeah, blatantly fixed. Um, hit the like button. Thanks for hitting the like button, Sean Williams. The grape juice. Shoot. I've been feeling better. Y'all know y'all seen I've been losing weight, getting like in shape. When I first came down here, man. And so yeah, I don't watch football anymore. I don't buy any of the stuff. I still got a whole bunch of Steeler jackets that I refuse to wear anymore. Who would love all with a homeschooling internet group for the children of righteous men? And so and so basically we got all this stuff at our disposal, right? And I'm thinking this is doable. I tried, like I said, I tried to do this before when I was getting a lot of money, and a lot of it into here, but I mean, people weren't interested in helping children in the United States, right? But I got a lot more brothers on the channel now, right? And with all the volunteering and all the funds that y'all are sending, I know how to get stuff and make money stretch. And I'm thinking that we need to do this homeschooling for the brothers that are actually raising children. Oh, here's the other rule. So here's the thing. All right, so this is kind of what it is. All right, it's retired brothers helping brothers to do the homeschool, kind of like an enclave, right? All right, the child of the brother must belong to the brother through DNA. In other words, the other thing we ain't taking is dudes that's really not in control of the children because the children belong to somebody else. So don't be coming, bruh, man. Yeah, I'm raising my girl's children. All right, because we sponsoring that mess. All right, we could take his child, you know this, but he has no say over the other child or the other children. All right, and the BAW can't bring him because she's not the father. So he could, if he had like, so say the BAW has 6 children. All right, this last dude she got with, well, one of the children is his. Then that child we can take because it's his and he has say. So we're only going to take the child that the man has a DNA rightful say. The only case where that is going to be adoption. And that's the problem. And that's why we're only going to deal with the men. One, booyah, you hit the nail on the head. Too many black women have been setting up good men that's been trying to do good for the community through their children. Period. So we're not going to deal with them at all. Why? Too much of a risk to the brothers. We won't deal with the BAW at all. We will only deal with them in the confines that they are in the confines of a husband and wife team. And what I mean by that, they don't necessarily have to have the paperwork, but if the man is raising the child with the mother and he lives with her, then that's a husband and wife team. If the woman is collecting child support, but the dude is visiting, nope, he don't count. He has no say legally over the child's education. Understand this. That man has no say legally over the child's education because he is not the custodial parent. We do not deal with custodial parents if the custodial parent is a female. We're only dealing with fathers because scripture says to his father's house. All right. And I don't treat BAWs equal. I treat, if you keep setting dudes up, then we have the right to leave you alone. The equal would be for us to set you up. You see? See, that's equality. Where the man set the woman up and then she do time. And then come out and nothing happens to the man. That would be equal. It wouldn't be right, but it'd be equal. So no, the BAW don't believe in equality. All right. So we are going to deal this from the standpoint of the fathers. From out of the father's house. That's how we're going to deal with it. And so we're going to deal with widows because we're supposed to take care of the widows. The elders, that's it. You know, all these grandmoms raising the children. All right, so that's it. That's the other group I was looking at. The elders, the widows, of course, the married couples, and the fatherless child. All right, so that's how we're going to do that. We're going to assist the elders, the widows, the fatherless, and the single fathers. The men that actually have jurisdiction over their child's education. You got to be the father of that child through DNA. All right. And the only time we will accept somebody, accept the child that is not, that don't belong to the man, is when a brother adopts children. And they're going to need more help. All right. So brothers that adopt children, the brothers that are in charge of the household, meaning that they have a wife or the children belongs to him and they live with him. All right. But at no point, understand this, at no point do we take on the single BAW. One, we don't take her on because, well, she's been, don't need no man. Two, she got the government, so she don't need no man. All right. Three, too many of them have been using their children to set men up, to ruin them for life and put them in jail. We don't need that kind of risk. And again, she said she don't need no man. How did Guerrero said they tired of women needing the help of men, so we ain't going to help them. All right, because Guerrero said that the black women are tired of them. No, we're teaching the children of the men raising the children. So if they're raising boys, because we're dealing with the fathers, we shouldn't have a problem. All right, but we're going to teach the boys stuff, the girls stuff. We ain't going to teach the girls to be boys. To learn math, you know what I mean? But we ain't going to have the girl out there trying to play gridiron football. All right. We'll teach each to to their skill. All right. When you teach kung fu, you don't teach the girl tiger style so that she can fight a man. You want her to learn elusive styles to fight, and she's still going to lose, but you want to give her the best chance, and she won't have the best chance strength to strength. All right. So that's basically it. All right. And that's how I laid it out. Y'all can and see what anybody have something to say that they would like to come on and say. Oh yeah, we're only dealing. That's biology. That's biology. We're teaching real biology. Real biology. All right. There is no third sex in biology. Man, that grape juice is good. All right. And so, oh, here. That needs it. And here's the thing. Um, I'm gonna put my email in the description box on the live show when I do right. So I got you, Kev Morris. What's up? All right, and as y'all know, if y'all care to donate, my PayPal me link is in the description box. But this is another thing too, brothers. Let's start being good stewards of our home. Man, I would love you to get donations from everybody. Problem is, you shouldn't be donating to me if you still got to run your house, right? In other words, only out of your abundance. If you down to your last dollar and stuff, you probably need to keep your last dollar. You're going to need it for bus fare or gas. Hey, thanks, Kevin Morris. All right. And so that's my policy with the donations. I need them, would love to have them, but not at the expense of another brother's home. And I saw this in the churches a lot, and even though the donations were going to get me paid as a musician, I didn't take any money for preaching because I didn't believe in that. All right, the music I practiced the piano, taught people voices and stuff. Yeah, you was going to pay me to use my musical talent, but the preach already, I know scripture. It's in my head. It's in my heart. So I could get up there and do that anytime, right? And I couldn't understand why you were just going to pay me to do that. So I never, but there were people if I would let them. All right, that's ridiculous. You always, but see, those were females too. Brothers, we take care of home first. Period. We take care of home first. After we take care of home, then from out of our abundance, then we are supposed to give. All right. And that's how that's supposed to go. From out of our abundance, we give, but we take care of home first. All right. So basically, so nobody had anything to say in that wanted to join me in the whatchamacallit room that had anything they might want to add to this before I go off into another tangent. All right. And for you latecomers, we're talking about the subject here: homeschool education of children in father-led homes. Single government owned BAW will be excluded from this group. All right, Ty Cole, he said, I like this idea now. We have to start our own enclaves away from these no good women and the ghost. Yes. Uh, Kevin Moore, yes. And all right. And so, yeah, it's time for us to get down to it, right? I've had this idea, but only recently. And with the takedown of my channel and seeing how Google was treating, I started to see that a lot of brothers and sisters was having the brothers back. All right. And that's basically it. I started to see which brothers and sisters actually had a brother's back. And so basically, I really didn't have a problem with coming. But I had to tweak this idea too, because there were some things that I saw that I needed to see. All right. So there were some things that I saw that I needed to see. No, I answered that. You didn't hear it. I said, no, we're going to teach whatever children that the brother has. So whatever the child is of the father, then we'll teach. The exclusion is going to be no single mother. I mean, me, and what we mean by this, if a woman is getting child support, right? Excluded. If she's getting welfare and all the rest of that stuff, she's excluded. Because we know that if she's doing this, then she has used that child against the man, in that the man has no say over the child. If the woman is getting welfare, child support, or any kind of government assistance, she's getting it is because she's the one that has to say. We're not going to deal with women. You understand? And so, like for the brothers, all their children, because the girls are going to need to be taught. We have sisters that know some stuff. All right. And so the girls are going to be taught science, math, and all of that too. They need to know how to count and business. No, thank you for watching, man, and listening, because y'all been helping me too. Don't think this is a one-way street. All right. And so this is basically it. We start with our little group. And I have this idea But I think that it would be good for the brothers here, but I'm not on like any other or anything like that joining in. Because remember, they have their own agenda. Their agenda is to make money. Mine never was. So this is not going to be a bother to me. All right. And this is basically it. And oh, yeah, like back in the 60s when they used to train them women. All right. And athleticism away from the girls. We're just saying you don't need to be in the NBA, WNBA, because it's failing. You're not going to make money. Every woman in the WNBA depends on the NBA to give them money, is because if the NBA men, the black men in the NBA, did not fund the WNBA, meaning that the women want to get paid the same as the men, except nobody wants to see them. So if they want to get paid the same as the men, all right, then how about the men stop paying them? Oh no, they don't want that. What they want is they want the men to give them half their money to the dealer. No, they will see. They won't have to be taught how to respect godly men's authority. Is because being in the school, they will be taught that, because men will be teaching the classes. They will also read women, because being homeschool will teach them that. Yeah, women don't even watch. The only people that watches the WNBA is LGBT. All right. And basically, so this is basically it. I opened married the license, any man-led household, because the BAW by herself has become too much of, and we don't want none of her children because they're too much of a risk. Not that the children are going to be bad, but the BAW has always used her children and stuff to F things up in almost everything. Come on, remember Lean on Me? All right, as soon as you discipline her child or whatever, and we ain't talking about harsh, tell the child the truth. All right, you lazy and stuff. He said, oh, no, that Negro did not say you. My child ain't lazy. He don't even need to come to you. I'm going to have this thing shut down. That's the BAW. What do you mean shut down? This is volunteer. So we could not teach your house. And see, the thing is not like a school. If somebody wants, just don't deal with them. All right. The thing is, we want to take athleticism to the boys and the girls. But stuff like kung fu, martial arts, capoeira. I mean, and it's the history of it and everything that they would have to learn. All right. And then they would have to learn about slavery in Brazil. Then they will learn what this slavery was not just in the United States. No, it was in all of the Americas. All right. And so that's basically it. All right. There's a lot of things to be taught. There's a lot of things to be taught. But we got our core system from the Afro point of view. And above everything else, the thing that is above everything else will be our history, but the true history from our point of view, not the Anglo point of view, that everything is good. All right, what happened in 1774, right? But our point of view was it wasn't a good year for us. Watch the people put a country together on our back. By the way, here are the census figures that show that we were the natives here. All right, and so that's basically it. All right, um, we will teach them that 1492 Columbus bumped into South America and thought the black people he saw looked like the black people in India, so he called them Indians. But that's why. And that's basically it. There is a lot that can lend a hand in this too. And then let's talk about music. That will be as important as a STEM course. They will need to place, but that will be in a requirement like math is a requirement. Why? It has been shown that when children work at playing an instrument, they learn discipline, skill, and math better. Okay, hold on. Let me check the connection, y'all. All right, is the connection better now? All right, how y'all? Can y'all hear me now? Oh, let me see what I got going on. All right, y'all should be able to hear me now. All right, can y'all hear me now? All right. All right. So, oh no, not on the big screen. All right. So this is where we're at. We're going to get away from religion. We're going to teach the history of that. All right. Let me say this. Call me Do not call me on my phone because people keep calling me. I will not answer because, you're talking about hella long distance charges. Hold on. All right. All right, that settles that. Okay, so this is all right. So this is what I'm talking about, right? And so the first thing I'm gonna do is make a Facebook group. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is make a Facebook group. Let's see. Let me see something real quick. Is going to be man, I'm just trying to think of a name for the group. All right, hold on. All right. Okay, here we go. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Mm. All right. So I got the. Let me see something real quick. How many of you are on Facebook? Oh, okay. I got somebody. Mr. Pirate Brain. No. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, who's on Facebook that's in my friend thing? Okay, Kev Morris. All right, let's try that. Oh, okay. All right, hold on, wait. All right, so I think I got it now. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, so basically, um, all right, this I don't know. Wait a minute. Hold on for a second. This is really messed up. All right, how do you change the name when they F it up? Hold on for a second. This group, holy cow. Um, well, okay, my group is kind of effed up. All right, so let me go get working on that. Um, so far, this is what I got for the group. I want to change stuff. All right, my group is jacked up, y'all. I don't like how they did it. They messed up the um all right, so let me get working on this group, right? Cuz how do you get rid of a group or change or make changes to the group name? Cuz they really effed it up. So what I want to know is how do you go to the group and change make changes to it or delete it? And then I could come back to it later. But I tried to create a group. It didn't create quite well. All right. So that's what I was just trying to do. But it just really met with failure. So I'm gonna work on this real quick. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Y'all got the idea. I'm gonna create this group. After I create it, I'll do one more live show tomorrow, and we'll talk about this group and things to do with it. And it'll be a way for us to communicate. Um, Not here just on YouTube, but also on Facebook, so that we can get this ball rolling and see the direction that we should take. All right. So with that said, I'm out. I'll holler at y'all later. And I'm gonna work on this group thing real quick. So peace, love, and soul, people. I'm out.